Alright, let's write another essay. This one is an advantage-disadvantage essay from IELTS Academic 18. As usual, the first step is to read and understand the statement and instruction. In many countries, people are now living longer than ever before. Some people say an aging population creates problems for governments. Other people think there are benefits if society has more elderly people. To what extent do the advantages of having an aging population outweigh the disadvantages? So clearly this question has two parts, advantages and disadvantages, and we should clearly state our opinion and take one side. I think the disadvantages are more. Why? Because older people need financial and medical support. Also, they cannot work. What is the result of that? There won't be enough workers. The second disadvantage, if they work and continue working, there won't be enough opportunities for younger people. So younger people lose opportunities and there will be more competition for jobs. So I mentioned two disadvantages, right? But again, to get a better score, you should talk about both sides. I mean, both advantages and disadvantages, and take a clear side. Therefore, I add one advantage. So the advantage is older people have more knowledge and experience, and the result of that is they can help younger people. So in this way, both sides of the argument are presented, and then I need to provide support and explanation for both sides. So the third step is to paraphrase. This is my paraphrase. Many countries' populations are experiencing an unprecedented increase in life expectancy, leading to an aging population. Instead of in many countries, people are now living longer, I used many countries' populations are experiencing increase in life expectancy. Instead of than ever before, I used an unprecedented increase. And also I mentioned that this trend is leading to an aging population. And by the way, aging with and without E is correct. Now I need to add my opinion to complete my introduction. Remember I said I think the disadvantages are more. While some benefits are associated with having more older people in societies, the disadvantages outweigh these advantages. So these refers to the benefits. Now, it's time to write our first body paragraph. So I present my first disadvantage, and then the second disadvantage, and finally I will present the advantage. Now, if you remember, I said that the first disadvantage is older people need financial and medical support. The second one, they cannot work and there won't be enough workers. So I need to mention this in my first body paragraph. One significant disadvantage of an aging population is its economic burden on governments and society. How? People who live longer require more financial support during their retirement years. So what is the result of this? This strain on pension systems and healthcare services can increase public expenditure on social welfare and healthcare. Now remember, I had one more. They can work. Furthermore, I want to add, right? So I use furthermore. Furthermore, if populations get older, there might not be enough workers available in the labor force. So what is the result of that? Which could impact overall productivity and economic growth in the long run. Now, the second disadvantage. Remember I said if they work, there won't be enough opportunities for younger people. So another significant disadvantage of an aging population is the limitation of opportunities for the younger generation. So how? Older individuals may occupy positions that could have been available for younger job seekers. So this is the first one. And the second one I said also there will be more competition for jobs. Moreover, again, I want to add another point. I use moreover. As older workers are more experienced, employers might prefer to retain them. So what is the result of that? Leading to a more competitive job market for younger people. Now I need to mention my advantage to cover both sides. Again, I said older people have more knowledge and experience and they can also help younger people. Despite the challenges, now I want to mention the opposite side. I use despite. There are also advantages to having an aging population. So what are those advantages? The first one, they have a wealth of wisdom, experience, and skills acquired over a lifetime, which can be invaluable in mentoring and guiding younger generations. Moreover, another one, Many older individuals remain active in various productive activities, such as volunteering in their communities and supporting their families. Another example, grandparents, for instance, often care for and nurture their grandchildren, enabling their parents to work. Now I need to conclude. So I start with in conclusion, and then I summarize the main points and mention my opinion again. So, while an aging population can offer certain advantages, such as the knowledge and experience they bring to society, so this is the advantage, the drawbacks of this phenomenon cannot be ignored. So, this is my opinion. Now, I need to summarize the two disadvantages. The economic burden on governments and the decline in labor force participation pose significant challenges. So, this is the first disadvantage. Now, it's time to mention the second one. Moreover, limited opportunities for the younger generation in the job market may hinder their career growth. So it was the second one. I wrote 287 words for this essay to be able to cover both sides of the argument. And I also wrote 5 paragraphs. In the first one, in my intro, I simply paraphrased and stated my opinion. In my first body paragraph, I mentioned the first disadvantage. In the second body paragraph, I mentioned the second disadvantage. In the third one, I mentioned the advantage. And finally, in my conclusion, I summarized the main points and restated my opinion. So in this slide, you could find some points that gave cohesion to my essay. You could pause and read. And also in the next 4 slides, you can find the collocations, the useful collocations from my essay. All right, hope you found it useful. Have a nice day.